Nope. Guess I'm playing against Smolder today. So, Smolder, I think, is a really good matchup. Mainly because like the first few levels you're kind of even. After that, he has a bit of an advantage. But he doesn't have CC, so you can just point and click on him after like level 6 and you just kill him over and over again. But yeah, like everything between level 2 and I guess pickaxe and level 6 is kind of like sitting back and just waiting. But yeah, Smolder is not gonna be much of an issue. If he's gonna go in the side lane later in the game, I can just point and click, kill him over and over again as well. Talon can be spooky. Naafiri is super bad against champions that can quickly burst him, because he most of his defensive kit or like defensive tools come from an extended fight, like the healing from the Q or the shield from your ult, and that needs time to prepare basically. And Talon doesn't give you the time. Aside from that, if Kokmo is gonna build tanky items, that's gonna be annoying. He immediately stepped back the moment I hit the single Q. I'm actually I don't play that much against Smolder, so I don't really know his damage. So I'm actually kind of surprised he does so much. But I get level 2 from this. My dog, yeah, my dog will get it.
First blood.
This is so nice about the bleed, actually, you can just safely farm. Naafiri's early game used to be way weaker. Like he used to, your Q used to have an 11-second cooldown at rank 1. That's been buffed to 9. And your dogs used to deal like half of their damage early game. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is why I think Electrocute is pretty horrible on Naafiri. You're never gonna hit the second Q. I don't really care about taking some damage here. Oh, I actually almost died here. His damage is a lot higher than expected actually. But again, I never really play against Smolder. I'm just gonna TP, he's gonna waste a lot of time here. I'm just gonna push the wave. Oh. Okay. That's also great.
An ally has been slain.
I'm gonna miss cannon though. Maybe? Yeah, my dog. Yeah, your dogs, most of the time, they actually fetch minions for you that you might have missed. But it only happens like every 10 or so seconds. And it's like semi-random. Also forced this TP, which is super nice. But yeah, I kinda got kept early. Jungle diff, I guess. I hoped he would step up a tiny bit more. Like the double Q trade is really, really strong. Okay, my team is really helping me out here. Yeah, I'm so lucky here. But this is also actually one of Naafiri's strengths. Naafiri is really strong when she gets ganked by allies. Because she can just point and click on them. On the opponent. Like no matter where you stand in the lane, Naafiri can get on top of you. Like even, I mean, I'm already level 6, but pre-6, your range from your W is still fine. It does increase over the course of the game. Like it increases in size or in range with every point in ult. I'm just gonna do this now. I think maybe I'll do one more trade like that, or just hit a single Q, and then in a few seconds I'm just gonna ult. Ah, I misread him. Yeah, I thought he would try to dodge downwards. But you saw I didn't have face rush on. So that was actually really spooky for me. Normally, you do a trade like that, and you just face rush away before you can retaliate. But because I didn't have face rush, I lost most of my health. And I think that's like such an important thing. Because I feel like people see like offensive runes, as in Comet, Scourge, whatever. And then think, oh, I can win the lane or trades with this. But face rush basically makes it so that your opponent cannot trade back most of the time, which makes a lot of trades very one-sided. Oh, okay. I have Ghost. But yeah, again, face rush. Like Talon just wastes his ult basically. I just want to push this in, finish my opponent. And I even got the tower plate. That is lucky actually. Because I didn't touch the tower. Just happened to be in range. Yeah, I'm so lucky this game. Like the Blitz gank, the fact that Timo was there, then Talon ganked me. Oh well. Gotta say though, now that I'm actually playing against like mid emeralds, they really dodge the Qs. Like before this, even last game, like they just walk into it, and then you actually get the feeling that Naafiri is a really good laning phase, even though she really doesn't have one. I might. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I want to TP bot lane in their Discord, but there's no point now. I I do have my ult already. Maybe I can do something here. No. I kinda maybe hoped he would be on Drake, then it would have been a easy kill. Right now I just want to get Prio for Timo. By the way, I don't think Smolder necessarily outskills Naafiri that much. I know, yeah, he stacks infinitely, but in a normal game he doesn't really necessarily outskill Naafiri that much. There's, in my opinion, only really one champion that really outskills you in the mid lane, and that's Cal. Reason for that being, like, champions like Aurelion Sol and Kassadin are like the best matchups for Naafiri. So even though they technically skill harder, against Naafiri they skill worse. And that mainly has to do with the fact that they don't have CC, and you can just jump on them over and over and over again. So they never get to skill basically. And even if they get to skill, your engage range is so high. Like, you can actually, I know it's kind of a meme of chasing Kassadin, but you can unironically chase Kassadin with Naafiri, especially with Phase Rush. I will just... Oh, that's ult for ult. I really thought she would use it earlier, but she kept holding on to it. I tried to snipe Morgana with both Qs. She probably would have died if that worked out. I also, you know, just later. What? Huh. I know Shen kind of deserved that, but I skill harder. So I tell myself I actually deserve it. It's not first tower, but it's still great. Oh, huh? Okay. One of Naafiri's strengths is she doesn't really take any damage when assassinating champions that are like significantly weaker than her, because of her ult shield. Like, I found when I play Talo or Evelyn or whatever, I do always get some damage in return. And even with Kassadin, I don't know if he tried to grab the cannon, but even with Kassadin, like, you assassinate someone, sure, but you're at like 60% health. And then you maybe have to back or something, and it just makes your tempo that much worse. But with Naafiri, yeah, literally, I'm still full health. Technically, I could still fight him now. That's also why Eclipse is so nice on her. Alright, I can actually kill Morgana now without trying to dodge the... I know what button it is, but her stun. Or root. I'm just gonna ghost. I think I'll be there on time. Even then I can just tower dive them, even if they have a Morgana. Yep. There you go. But yeah, I'm using Ghost as kind of a... I mean, it's really good in combat for Naafiri to chase and guarantee second rotations, but I also really use it just as macro. I might not have gotten those skills if I didn't have Ghost. Just make sure uptime in your macro that much better. Like, I think it's super oppressive to deal with, because you have to deal with my Ghost, with my TP, with my general high mobility, with my EMW, but also with my symbiotic souls. So at some point, I can just be everywhere all the time. And that basically allows me to stay in the side lanes for extended periods and get more farm. Oh, and you're dead. Yeah, champions like Kog'Maw that don't have a dash or like CC ability. If Naafiri is tiny bit fat, yeah, there's nothing you can do. But that also counts for champions that have a single CC ability, like Syndra or champions like that. Morgana. Because if I have Spell Shield, I just ignore the first one, right? Or she has to waste another spell on me before she sees me. Which maybe she doesn't have the time for that, and it also reduces her damage. But yeah, like if I find Morgana now, she's just a sitting duck. She's gonna die if I don't help her. I don't think she's seeing me. Okay. Oh, she actually uses her... Oh. Ah! She was just out of vision. I'm still not entirely sure on the build for Naafiri now, but I do prefer this 3-item combo. Like, I always go Eclipse first because it's just a way too good with Naafiri, where it instantly triggers on your Q and it just makes you a lot more tanky. Most of the time I go, what is it, Edge of Night seconds, if I need to, against Morgana for example, or Talon. The reason I go it on against Talon is because Talon can then not really applies bleed on me. If he jumps there, I will actually... Timo's right. I couldn't ignore Baron. Naafiri can somewhat frontline at the Baron now, because she heals from double Q. I was really thinking about TPing there, because he can't run anyway. Then we would get a kill and... I hope I don't need to use my... 9-0 by the way. Yeah, I personally really don't like the changes they did to bot lane. I feel like the ADCs now get way too much XP. I'm literally like 9 CS per minute, 9-0. And Kokmo is only 2 levels behind me. And I know he's been alone for quite a bit. But still, that difference used to be 4 levels at least, you know? Even when you weren't fed. And I mean, it's one of the reasons why assassins in the mid lane are now kinda fucked. You don't really have a target to assassinate. Like, I don't want to use my ult, or like I do not expect to have to use my ult for an ADC if I'm this fed. An ADC that doesn't build anything defensively. Yeah, I'm just gonna tower dive Smolder, honestly. I took way too many tower shots there, but at the same time, I did want to... Oh, you are dead. Face rush. Yeah, I did something that only Naafiri with face rush can do, is like fake engage. So I... I'm not gonna fight him again, so I'm just gonna run away with face rush. Alright, that was... I got carried really hard in the early game. Wasn't really due to skill that I got fed. But it's nice anyway.